Hello, my name is Doug Shaw. I'm the founder of Forthright Ministries, and I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Forthright Ministries is a ministry that's celebrating 10 years of ministry around the world. And we have recently launched a new project called Alpha Generation, which is dedicated to documenting the testimonies of Christian believers among tribal people. Alpha Generation started last year after traveling to India, where we ministered among the Sora people. This is a people group that 25 years ago didn't know what electricity was. They didn't know what cell phones were. They didn't even know what running water was. And as we were there, I was blown away by their stories, their testimonies, and who they were. And as I did research to learn more about them, I realized it was near impossible to find actual information about the Christian people in this group. I could find anything about them as far as the traditional faith and things like that, but nothing about the Christians that were among the organization. And so we came back and we launched this program, Alpha Generation, where our goal is to go around and document the testimonies of Christian believers among these tribal groups all across the globe. We were introduced to somebody who began encouraging us to go to Native American tribal groups. We traveled to Minnesota, where we went to the Red Lake Indian Reservation and met with many Native Americans there from the Ojibwe people. One of the most important things about this project that was just incredibly eye-opening and not something I expected was how thankful the Native American people were that we were doing this project. They really were excited that we were there to hear their stories, to tell their stories. It was very moving for me to hear them say things they did and how encouraged they were that we were there just to listen to them. We weren't there to do anything other than to hear their story.
I want to thank again, my brother, Doug Shaw, for coming and being obedient to the Holy Spirit, to come to our home, to come and have a love for our people and a concern for our Native people. And I don't believe this is the last time he'll be with our Native people. He'll be in connection with them many times. He'll be part of what God is doing in Transformation Acres and with our Native people throughout this nation.
Right now we're filming these projects with basically all the technology that we can get, and we do this on no budget at all. So we are purchasing the equipment as it comes in and as we can get it. And right now we're just using a Canon SLR. We've got some other video equipment that we're using, and we just go around, and as we can purchase new equipment, we do. What's really great about these films is they're going to be used all over the place. They can be used in colleges, for people who are wanting to go to other countries for the mission field. It's going to be able to be used in Sunday schools and classroom settings all over the place. Really showing the people's stories. Yes, they're testimonies of people's lives and the things that they've been through. And it's amazing to hear these stories of what people have overcome. And as we're working on this project right now with the Ojibwe people and finishing the editing on that, the stories that we heard while we were there were just, you film these things and it's near impossible not to cry sometimes while people are telling their story. And that's what we want. We want to be able to impact people and encourage them that other people have been through things and still found their way to God. And that it doesn't necessarily matter what you've been through, it's how you strive to get past it. So the Alpha Generation project and basically all of the projects that tied to Forthright Ministries are done with no budget whatsoever. And what I mean by that is we don't go charging anybody for the work we do, which has been the greatest problem and yet the greatest strength that we've come up with. We've been able to help Christian schools and churches and ministries all across the country and all across the globe even. We've worked with ministries in South Africa and Costa Rica. We've worked with ministries throughout India and throughout the United States and even some other places as well. And it's been really nice to be able to help and do these things for free. And with the Alpha Generation project, we have no income coming from this ministry. This is not a fundraiser for us. This is not a way we're making money. Our goal is simply to go out and document these stories and bring them back so that other people can hear them. And so that's why we've launched these fundraiser projects, because we need certain equipment and we just don't have the funds to get it. This Kickstarter campaign is dedicated to us purchasing a Toyota RAV4. We've looked at numerous vehicles of different sizes, And the RAV4 is exactly what we need as far as fuel mileage, but also offers us the space. And the biggest thing for us is we needed something that could still handle all the terrains that we travel. And so when we were looking at different vehicles and we came to the RAV4, it's got all these different settings and allowing us to travel down gravel roads, through snow, through dirt, through mud, and all these sand and everything that we could possibly come up with traveling throughout the United States and Canada. On top of that, we're also looking to purchase 2 HD video cameras of a professional grade, and these cameras run around $2,000 to $3,000 a piece. But we need these cameras so that we can get better shots. Right now we're using an SLR camera, and this camera only has about a 30-minute video spot, and then it shuts off on us. So when we're doing some of these interviews and they go an hour, 2 hours, we're having to cut throughout the time because the video shuts off, and a couple times it did it right in the middle of something important. And so we really need these professional video cameras so we can get rid of that problem as well. The future of Alpha Generation is that we want to go as far as we can throughout the United States and Canada, and as well as around the globe. We have open invitations to go to Nebraska to document among the Cherokee people. We have open invitations to Canada. We have all sorts of things that we can do. We have all these open doors around the country, and even around the globe. We've been invited back to India where we could go and finish our documentary there. There's just so many things, and if you look at around the globe how many different tribal groups there are. There's tribal groups throughout Central and South America, throughout North America, throughout Asia, even throughout Europe there's tribal groups. We just need the funding to get there. And so our target goal right now is to start with the United States and really build up a repertoire and build up a reputation of putting together an excellent product. And that's been our goal from the beginning, is to put together an excellent product, and that we can show people stories and show that we really care. It's not just a business, but we literally care about people's stories. And then from there we go to these other countries, and people can back us on that as well. So once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to learn more, you can always check us out on the internet at www.forthrateministries.com. And again, I just want to say thank you for taking the time and for backing this project.